All right, then are we? Yep. Good morning, beloveds. It's a little cooler this morning. A little bit. Not significantly cooler. Like, it's not fall or anything here. We're still in summer. But it was cooler, so that was nice. Oh, hello. Would you like to make it? Ah! No cuddles for the... Okay. Giovanni made a cameo in the class last night. I got him to get up here on the couch with me. So I was like, let me see if I can get him to make a cameo. And he's like, no, don't hold me. No. And Dante's still in the hallway, not even coming in. So I don't think I can get Dante. But I got Gia back. All right. Which is neither here nor there. We are here to do your spiritual power. We are in the chapter or the section on your invisible power. So let's do the housekeeping and then we'll get on with reading for today. And all the housekeeping is me reminding you that we are Creative Life Spiritual Center. The website is creativelife.org. The constant contact email is info@creativelife.org. It gets you one email a week, unless something unusual happens, and it tells you what's going on for the week and the month. I will point out we do live in hurricane country, but it's a real person doing it, so he just doesn't have time for more than that. It's also, the hot links are hot, so if it says click here now, it means it. And it's a blind CC, which means nobody will see your email, nobody will get your email from us. So definitely please do that. The last thing I'll mention is the social media is merely from the standpoint of we do not monetize the social medias. We don't want to deal with the ads any more than you do. So what we ask you to do instead is to like, subscribe, follow based on which platform you're on. It bumps us in the algorithms, and also engage with the individual posts. So like, react, comment, or share the individual posts. And I say react because on Facebook, you have this wide range of choices. So if you love it, or you think it's funny, or it's a wow moment, please feel free to use any of the reacts. So there is that. So, now your spiritual power is a collection of inspirational writings. Some of these are pretty rare out in the wild. Like last night, Jesse mentioned a book that Ernest Holmes wrote called Light. It is not in print anymore. It was $72 used. And I was like, no, like I'm an Ernest Holmes fan, but not that big of a fan. So that's what this is. This is a collection of Ernest Holmes writings. We happen to be doing, and they may not be available anywhere else. I haven't looked. Where are my glasses? So we are in the section called Your Invisible Power. And we are on, if you have this book, we are doing, we're on page 60, and we are going to do the healing presence within you. And I'm just doing a couple of pages because this is really meaty stuff. And, I want to have a minute with it, and, then we can go away and think about it and come back tomorrow. So, the healing presence within you. There is a healing presence within you. This healing presence you must recognize before it can operate for you. Because like every other thing in nature, it works according to exact and mechanical law. The God who is within you has already created this marvelous mechanism, which you call your human body. The intelligence which designed and projected this body must have a perfect knowledge of all its parts, must have a perfect understanding of all its needs, and it must be able to rebuild those parts and supply their needs. The creative agency within you knows how to recreate, but this healing presence, being the very essence of your own nature, must flow out into action through your consciousness of who and what you are. That's a really important part. Who and what you are. Hence, you must recognize the great healer, the divine emancipator, from physical bondage and pain as your true spirit. Since the only final creative agency in the universe must be mind, and since you are mind, it follows that this healing presence performs its beneficent act through your consciousness. This is why it is that you are always told to believe. Okay? Oh, because it's through your consciousness. Right. I got it. Therefore, if you wish this healing presence to manifest itself, you must believe it will do so. And having believed that it will do so, you must state that it is doing so, for it naturally follows that it can do for you only what it does through you. You must believe in the healing presence within you and within all people, and then you must speak your word in such a way that this healing presence may, as it flows through that word, perform the miracle of life, which is giving the form of giving form to the invisible. The miracle of life, giving form to the invisible. Your word then must your word must be definite, conscious, and concrete. And that's kind of the kicker with treatment. It's like, it's got to be definite, concrete, and conscious. You've got to be aware of what you are stating without being too specific. You must know that the God within you is a healing presence, is now the law of perfect life in your physical body. This healing presence is reforming your physical body. Continuously, it is recreating all its parts. Now, I say that, or Ernest says that rather, and one of the interesting things is in Science of Mind, one of the things we talk about is you've got to cooperate with the law. The law can only work the way the law works. So you've got to cooperate. So if you are working on healing, then what are the things that you have to do that cooperate with the healing? You know, you can't eat junk and expect to heal. So you still have to cooperate with the law. All right. The only way this healing presence can create for you is through the images of your thought, through the beliefs which you entertain, whether these beliefs be hope, fear, doubt, faith, or failure. Therefore, you must correct all beliefs which deny this healing presence. Yeah. Like in the last section we were talking about, you got to be really clear on what you believe about God. Same thing here. Because here's the thing. I just said you need to cooperate with the healing presence. There are people who can eat junk and be fine. My belief isn't that strong. So therefore, I'm going to eat things that are good for me. But I also believe that they're good for me. So, I'm cooperating with the system at the level of my belief. In fact, you must go so far as to deny that there are any negative agencies and to affirm that the life principle within you not only destroys all fear in your mind, but dissolves every object of fear in your physical body. If you succeed in healing your thought, then this healing presence will heal your body as it flows through a new thought pattern. Yeah, so first things first. Get your mind right. Get your mind right, and the body will follow. For every denial of physical wholeness, then you must supply an affirmation of your faith and confidence that the spirit within you, being perfect, acts as a law of wholeness to your body. Your body is a body of right ideas. The healing presence within you, flowing through all of these ideas, lubricates them with the oil of gladness and makes perfect every organ, every function, every action, and reaction. The healing presence within you, it already is perfect, and is your recognition of this perfect indwelling God, which makes possible the execution of the law of wholeness. The healing power within you, being the same healing presence within all people, may not only become the law unto your own individual physical experience, but you may also use this God power within you to help and heal others. Which is one of the best things about being a practitioner, is you get to take what you've learned and help other people. And since everyone exists in the medium of mind, when you desire to speak your word of healing for someone else, you should first recognize the healing God who is within you. After which, you should recognize the same healing presence within the one whom you wish to help. Then you should make your direct statements for them as though they were yourself. And that's that sneaky thing. It's like, I'm not treating you, I'm treating myself about you. Okay? Your statement about them then will become law unto them, just as they have become law unto yourself. Establishing harmony in their physical being. Okay. Yeah, sorry. Emphasis, the wrong syllable there. State that your word is the law unto them, that it removes doubt and fear from their consciousness, and with the disappearance of doubt and fear, there will be a corresponding disappearance of their manifestation. The more you use the law of this healing presence within you, the more completely aware you will become of its effectiveness, and the more certain you will be that it is not I, but the Spirit that dwelleth in me that does the work. Okay, and so that's really the key with anything in science of mind. Practice, practice, practice. You know, I frequently talk about how consciousness is the drumbeat of science of mind. Well, so is practice. I think that's one of the reasons why he called that particular branch practitioners, and why, you know, one of the statements is that ministers are practitioners first. Yeah, we're ministers. We've got a little more training, but we are practitioners first. To become a minister, you must be a practitioner. You know, and you never stop being a practitioner. And it's about regular daily spiritual practice. Treat every day. And you can treat for whatever. You know, like if you're actively working on something, because I was just thinking as I was reading that, since it's about the healing process, you know, like I treat about my knees and my ankles. And today, while I was reading that, it occurred to me that one of the things that I could imagine while I'm treating, one of the classes that I took, and I forget which class it was, but it was one of the psychology classes. They were talking about cancer treatment and how one of the very most effective ways is people would actually sit down and meditate on their immune system, and they would visualize their immune system as something. Like they could visualize if they like knights and dragons, they could visualize their immune system as knights slaying dragons. Or like for military people, green army men, you know, they would visualize that. And so that's what I was thinking is like, I could visualize the part of that healing going on in my knees and my ankles as sculptors who are rebuilding my knees and rebuilding my ankles, or you know, so they're fine artisans, they're fine craftsmen who are literally, so, and that's part of it. That's part of that treatment, because it gives me something to hold on to and something to believe in, you know? So that can be that power of the healing presence within. You know, give it a form that makes it easier for you to believe in, whatever that looks like. So, you know, that's what because I've seen my x-rays, And one of my knees, it's like it's full of bone spurs. And I'm like, well, if I get myself a fine sculptor who gets in there and is reshaping those bone spurs into normal, natural, the way the bone is supposed to look, and so that it moves the way it should, see, that I can believe it. And that is how the healing presence works. You got to believe in it. And so feel free to give it a form that makes it easier for you to believe in. Now, when you're working for other people, you can do the same thing. And you don't have to tell them what you believe. You let them believe whatever they want to believe. Or you could discuss it. Maybe you're going to say, hey, this really helped me. This is the way I think about it. And it may help them too. So, that's that having that conversation when you treat for people. When we treat for people, we want to know what they want, because the last thing we want to do is we don't want to be treating for A and they want B. Or sometimes, we've talked about A and we've talked about B, but what they actually want is C. So we have that conversation. It's like, okay, what do you want? Let me reflect back to you what I hear you saying to make sure that I got it, so that when I go into treatment and I'm knowing the truth about you, it's the actual truth that you want. Because that way you can accept it. So, because that's that relationship thing. I can treat all I want for you. You got to accept it. That's the other thing. Consciousness, practice, acceptance. All right, that's the end of the lesson today. We will pick up tomorrow with the peace that is within you. So, and then I think we're getting pretty close to the end of at least that section. We're going to stay in your invisible power for a while. But we'll move on from there. So, all right, beloveds. Now I'm going to encourage you to have a great day, wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonderful day, an awesome day, an amazing day, a take care of yourself day, a take care of business day, an accept that day, a believe in it day, a healing day, a you got this day, a cuddle your fur babies day, a drink plenty of water day, a stay out of the heat day, a be aware of the sun between 10 and 2 day, it's going to be 94 here, so, I'm going to give some heat warnings day, a do something amazing for yourself day, I don't know, I think I'm out of words day, and that is okay day, a good day, and if that is too much pressure, simply have a day. You are enough, just as you are. You are a beloved expression of the divine. You are a brilliant light, a divine spark, spirit in motion, God in action, a beautiful masterpiece, and a work in progress at the same time, at your own pace. Okay? It's my favorite part of that sentence. And as Reverend Jessica likes to call it, you are godly. All right? So explore the truth of your being. Get to know who the divine knows you to be. Because the divine knows you to be good. And from there, anything is possible. Anything at all. All right, beloveds. Reverend David should be on around 5 p.m. with you. I'll be back with you around 9-ish. Take care of yourself. Know that you are loved, and I will see you next time.